I don't think we've checked that monolith out yet.
Victory shall be mine!
Ready? Let's get him! Let's get him! And we'll fight evil! Ready? No escape! It's over! Hang on! You go in here! You go in here! Hold on, everyone! Purification complete!
Still looks plenty pure to me. Hey, Mikleo, do you think you can freeze this water?
Huh? Yeah, don't see why not.
Then freeze it, and let us bring it back to the sanctuary. Ice is highly resistant to being corrupted by malevolence.
Very well. I'll give it a try.
Thank you very much. That should suffice.
Now, before this melts, we'd better take care of our other problem.
What? Lila, what was that?
The Earth in Zesteria. It finally reacted to something.
So that was something real from the past.
Did you see that, Mikleo? He was writing a celestial record.
Yeah, that must have been the author.
There are more Earth in Zesteria where this came from. If we obtain them, surely we can obtain more information about the past.
Oh man, this is too sweet!
This is only the beginning. Don't get so worked up, or you'll just wear yourself out.
Right.
Whoa, hang on!
He's burning up.
This is a result of the pact we made with Mikleo. He'll get better after some rest at the inn.
I'll carry him back. If we want to cool him down, I guess I better make some more ice.
His fever has gone down.
I'm surprised it only took him 1 day to recover. It took 3 when he forged the pact with me.
He's definitely got natural ability as a shepherd.
Mikleo.
Oh, thanks for helping with the letters, by the way. I caught up with everyone I needed to.
It's okay. I rather enjoy writing letters.
Are you awake?
I must have fainted again. Sorry.
You gave me quite a backache.
You looked like you were floating. I told the innkeeper you were just doing some sort of magic trick.
Well, I never was any good at lying anyways.
Don't overexert yourself. You still need to rest.
I'll be fine. We gotta find the Lord of the Land, and someone to pray at the sanctuary before the ice melts.
But...
The shepherd has spoken. Is it not the duty of the Prime Lord, Sublord, and Squire to follow him?
Travel can be strenuous at times, but overall, I'm enjoying it.
Oh, right. You spent all those years living in the Sacred Blade. This must be your first time out and about in a long while.
Indeed. And is this your first long journey?
Yeah, for both me and Saray. It's a relief to have companions on the road. I'm looking forward to working with you as the Sublord.
My pleasure. Dependable comrades are to be cherished.
I'm glad that you two joined up with us, especially Alicia. Saray's always been a lone human among Seraphim. It's a blessing to have her around.
He seems like he was brought up with a lot of love, regardless of his surroundings.
I won't deny that. But I also have no doubt that there are things only humans can understand, that only humans can see. And he missed out on all of that.
Mikleo.
Please don't tell Saray I said anything.
Of course. It will remain a secret between the Prime and Sublord.
Being able to fuse equipment at the shop is really convenient to help prep for battle.
Yes. It's amazing how even among humans, there are those who can extract the full potential of certain equipment like the Divine Artifact.
Plus, it looks like we can fuse unneeded equipment together to breathe new use into them.
I have some experience with this sort of thing as well, although it may take time to get used to it again.
Wow! Will I be able to do it someday?
For those that don't possess the required innate qualities, I've heard that it feels like their nerve cells are getting sliced from the back of their heads.
Oh. That grilled sweet fish was so delicious. But all they did was just grill it with some salt. Does that even count as cooking?
True enough. All they did was grill it. But that exquisite salt seasoning and tender fish, it brought all the flavor out to the forefront.
The quality of the dish is entirely based on whether or not the flavor was brought out of the ingredients. Therefore, this grilled sweet fish is indeed well prepared.
You're right. I wasn't thinking about it while eating, but this dish has much more depth to it than I thought.
Yes, and the sweetfish is a specialty of the Lady Lake region, known for its abundance of clear water. That proves that our ancestors in the Seraphim protected this place. I want to protect this beautiful nature for our future generations.
Do you really think turtles aren't seraphim?
I'm not sure. As they say, turtles are turtles, though.
They're not turtle hellions either.
If hellions were like turtles, we'd have it easy.
Then they must be seraphim.
You can't deny the possibility that they might be human. I mean, they are turtle people after all.
So if they're seraphim, then shouldn't they be called turtlefim?
Well, I don't know about that.
But when you think about it, it's not like humans and seraphim are all there is in the world.
So then, turtles are turtles. They are what they are.
I'm still not sure, but it'd be neat if that's true.
Definitely. What a rewarding journey this is.
Melphis Amechia. That's my true name. It's surprising how you know the ancient tongue so well. Even in the larger cities, researchers are about the only ones who know how to speak it.
I learned it so I can read the inscriptions I find in the ruins. I'm self-taught though, so I don't know how good I am.
Could you tell me what my true name means? That is, if there isn't a problem.
A problem?
Well, if my name means something like Alicia the Tomboy or Reckless Princess, then I think I'd just rather not know.
No, it doesn't mean any of that. Melphis Amechia means Alicia the Smiling.
Alicia the Smiling?
When I return the royal knife to you, you look so happy. I hope I can see you smile like that again. And I'm sure you will, once you make your dreams a reality. Was there a problem with that?
Oh, no. I'm just surprised. No one's ever said that to me with a straight face before.
I guess Soray's definitely the type to say things that way.
Looks like it.
Did I say something weird?
Thank you, Soray. I'll be sure to cherish the true name you have given me.
O great Seraphim, whose blessings yet dwell in this land, turn thine ears to our prayers.
Thank you so much, Father Brunor. Thanks to you, my son's legs have healed considerably.
No need to thank me. It is your diligent prayer that has made the difference. Be steadfast and pure in mind and spirit as you continue to pray for the health of your son.
A contribution to the sanctuary.
I told you before, madam. I'm afraid I can't possibly...
Please accept it. There's something I've realized. Merely praying for help is an offense to the Seraphim. It is a selfish act for personal gain.
Who told you such a thing?
Well, no one in particular.
You'll need money to pay for your son's treatment, won't you? Use this towards that end instead. For the sake of your son.
My son feels the same as I do. Everyone says the same thing. His wounds were punishment for his selfish prayers. And there are even those who spread vicious rumors about myself and you, Father Brunor. Please, I beg of you, accept this so that we might be saved.
Very well. I shall humbly accept your gift as a token of you and your son's gratitude.
Oh, thank you so much. Now, perhaps these rumors will finally come to an end. May you receive the blessing of the Seraphim, Father.
Right, the blessing. Guess I'll buy a drink. Princess!
I'm here to ask a favor.
Of me? What could I...
We would like to ask you to enshrine and look after a new seraph in our town's sanctuary. This is a request from the shepherd.
The shepherd? You mean this boy is the... forgive me.
You are not to be blamed. It is the fault of the royal family that so many have strayed from the noble path.
Excuse me, if I may? It's nice to meet you. My name's Saray.
Huh?
I'd like you to be the one to worship at the sanctuary for the protection of Lady Lake. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused by pulling the sacred blade so carelessly. I know I'm still a fledgling shepherd who hasn't gotten used to things yet, but I promise I will do my best.
Yes, of course. It's quite all right. Please, do not prostrate yourself so.
Thank you.
This request comes from me as well. Please, help me so that I in turn may help this inexperienced but pure of heart shepherd.
Of course. I am honored that I may possibly be of service to one such as yourselves. Though I am frail of body, I shall perform the task at hand with the entirety of my spirit.
I'm glad. Yeah. Oh, man. My foot's asleep.
Seriously? Well then, Father Brunor, when you're ready, I will come visit you again.
As you wish. Do be careful.
Well, that's one way to ask a favor, I guess.
It was very Saray.
Yes, I think this helped the priest as well.
Hey, isn't the Sacred Blade Festival also a religious celebration dedicated to the Lady of the Lake? Were you worshipped, Lila?
The Lady of the Lake is a traditional myth of the people of Lady Lake, hence the name.
Yes. Who cleanses our sins with the sacred blade? Who walks with the mist over the lake? Who vanquishes evil with flames of black? Who sings in the moonlight and comforts the lost souls in the dead of night? The Lady of the Lake, goes the story.
Whoa, Lila! You can walk on water?
Hardly. I weigh at least more than that.
That thing Alicia recited sounded like it might be several myths combined into one.
I would imagine so. The legend was already present when I first arrived in the city.
So wait, does that mean the Lady of the Lake was a different seraph?
Yes, but she was absent, so I accepted the Sacred Blade as my vessel.
So as to wait for the shepherd, right?
As you saw at the ruins in the waterway, Lady Lake has a long history of involvement with the shepherd.
Weren't you lonely all by yourself this whole time?
Not especially. When I got that way, I would distract myself by singing or listening to people's problems.
That's just like the legend.
Huh. I would bet that humans with high resonance were able to sense that.
And blended those tales with the earlier myths to form the current legend. We're seeing history get passed down before our very eyes.
How could this have happened?
Ready, Mikleo? 8 legs? What kind of creature is this?
Be careful of those legs. They get longer.
How's this? Get on! It's there! It's over!
I did it! Let's do some fortune telling. Please pick one.
Okay. Oh, this one's blank.
That means your spirit is pure and clean, like this paper.
Oh, thank you.
She's gullible. Way too gullible.
ready, Mikleo?
Eagles attack while retreating.
So it's best to aim right after it attacks. Let's keep it up! Ready? Too close! Too close!
Snacks were not built in a day, you know. Do not underestimate me.
What happened?
We're investigating the collapse of Grifflet Bridge. The cause may be flooding from the rains.
It wasn't caused by rain.
The current is odd considering the water level.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You should evacuate.
Finally, someone who's talking some sense.
Who are you?
All right, do as Saray suggests.
Saray? You can't possibly mean the shepherd. If he is, maybe he can stop the floods.
You really think there's anything that can stop the water spirit's rampage? Water spirit? It's terrible. Destroy the bridge in an instant. It's some sort of monster.
Silence! Enough with your nonsense! What?
The water spirit! Run!
That's an order. Hurry!
Does this thing really look like a person to them?
An Ouroboros? Why sit in a place like this? To ordinary people, it probably looks like a huge water spout.
It looks pretty strong.
Careful of its rising coil attack. It spins and plunges into you.
Breakdown! After an assault! Burst!
Run you through!
Ready? No escape! Bring on here! You drop the leg! Ocean Flash! After an assault! Burst! Now's the chance! Spear contact! Electrification! Breakdown! After an assault! Blue Flurry! Breakdown! Break on through! Blue Flurry! Concentrate your attack! After an assault! Over the floodgate! Bubble arrow! Ocean Flash! After an assault! Open the floodgate! Bubble arrow! Open the floodgate! Bubble arrow! Blue Flurry!
So this is the power of purification.
My powers aren't much, but I try.
What? The Hellion turned into a seraph?
It's the other way around. Hellions that are strong enough to manifest themselves are those that were once seraphim.
A seraph can become a Hellion?
And seraphim that have completely turned into hellions are known as dragons.
Dragons? Those really exist? So, then the legends were true.
So the wrecking of the bridge was all my fault. I'm so ashamed. If you hadn't been here to purify me, I don't know what would have happened. Thank you.
I'm really glad that we were able to save you.
I am Uno, young shepherd.
Saray. Uno, in exchange for saving you, we would like to ask you a favor. Would you be willing to listen? I would ask you to bless Lady Lake.
But as things currently stand in that town...
Lady Alicia, are you all right?
I'm fine. The water spout has disappeared.
See, I told you she'd be fine. Nothing can hurt our princess when she's got the shepherd at her side.
Weren't you the one shaking in his boots earlier?
Still, the rain has suddenly stopped, and the currents have calmed significantly.
This, too, must be the power of the shepherd.
I always thought it was just a fairy tale. To think I'd see the friggin' shepherd with my own eyes.
Hey! Watch your language in front of the shepherd.
It looked to me like the shepherd just cut right through the water spout. I doubt anyone will believe me, though.
Who cares? I'd rather believe in the miracles of the shepherd. Friggin' water spirit can kiss my hairy butt.
Hey, what happened to watching your language?
So there are still people here who believe. Well, you did help me get back to my old self.
Then can you help?
I shall become the lord of the land for the domain of Lady Lake.
Thank you, Uno.
And you must be the Prime Lord? You've picked a fine shepherd.
I agree.
Let's go. Father Brunor is waiting for us. You always make ice pops with so much ease, McLeo.
I'm a water seraph. Something like this is a piece of cake.
Chilled food is a luxury to me. Even just getting the ice needed to cool things is pretty difficult.
If you'd like, I can make them any time for you.
Really? Then can you teach me how to make them?
Well, sure. If you don't mind.
Thank you very much. As for the ice itself, is there any way to get it other than using seraphic arts?
I can't think of any other way than freezing water to make ice.
I see. Then it'd be a little difficult for me.
In that case, I'll just prepare the ice myself and work together. I'll teach you how to make the fruit juice first. Then you'll be able to make it by yourself if you have ice.
Yes, thank you. I'm not particularly fond of cooking myself, but I will do what I can. Mikleo, please pass me the orange. I shall cut it properly with my skillful lancing.
I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to use a lance in cooking.
Sure hope this is edible.
Oh, truly, this power is the stuff of miracles.
Looks like he really can't sense us at all.
I shall worship this sacred water with all my being. O venerable Uno, I am yet inexperienced, but would that I could serve thee for all eternity.
But he is earnest. I'll at least give him that.
What was that? I feel like a sort of wind just blew right through me.
The blessing has returned to this town.
This town is now under my domain. But in order to maintain the blessing, I will need cooperation from the people.
Indeed, there are all kinds of methods besides prayer that one can use to uphold the blessing.
Like?
For example,
I see. I'll be sure to give it a try.
This sure sounds like a pain to me.
I will do what little I can.
What's wrong?
I can still feel a powerful malevolence. And it's not far off. It's somewhere in town.
That's the royal palace.
So this is a conversation with the Seraphim? A bunch of lunatics talking to themselves out loud?
You are?
I am a messenger from Chancellor Bartlow of the Highland government. I have come to invite Saray to a private dinner conference in light of his great suffering for the sake of Lady Lake.
Have you been watching over Saray?
Not at all. In fact, I was quite surprised. That the Princess of Highland, as distant as her claim to the throne may be, would have relations with the shepherd that are so intimate. I'm sure this news will please your beloved subjects to no end, Your Highness.
If you are insinuating that...
Alicia. Where to?
Roundtable Palace.
Very well. Tell Bartlow I accept his proposal.
Please, you mustn't get involved with the Chancellors. I can feel it from them.
The malevolence does seem to be coming from them.
I apologize for being so weak.
Don't worry, it's true. We really do want to see what's going on at the palace.
It'll be our first time. You'll have to be our guide.
Just as you have been to me. Well, time to get working on these offerings.
You're really getting into it.
I ought to be. The blessing has returned to Lady Lake. But now the problem lies in maintaining it. We will need to do all we can.
That's very true. The blessing is preserved only through daily attention.
Okay, we'll make sure we don't neglect our offerings either.
Right. Reinforcing the blessing will probably make it easier for us in the long run.
I wonder if he would enjoy rice balls, like in that book.
Your offering is rice balls?
I don't recall that being part of the celestial record.
Oh, no, it was from a picture book. A little girl chased after her rolling rice ball